The first names to advance in the NXT Women's Championship tournament have been revealed. A mysterious new character has debuted in NXT, and an AEW superstar has suggested themselves for a role in a horror movie. All this and more on the main event. Hello everybody, welcome to the main event. It's time for some news, because we all love news. To start, the first names that are going to go forward in the NXT Women's Championship tournament have been revealed. Now, if you remember yesterday, we reported on the NXT Women's Championship brackets being announced. Well, the tournament started last night and we already have two contenders going through. In the very first match of the evening, Tiffany Stratton took on Gigi Dolan, and good old Tiff won, didn't she? One of my underdog predictions to win the whole thing. It's just a shame Gigi's not going through, because I'm a huge fan of Gigi Dolan. I think she's got the makings of being a huge star in the WWE. And in the second tournament match of the night, Lyra Valkyria went and defeated Kiana James in quite an okay match. I wouldn't say it was the best. Tiffany and Gigi was definitely a better match. The Crow Lady finally got through and she's pushing her way to the title. You can tell they've got a lot of faith in Lyra. I just don't understand why an Irish wrestler is doing a Nordic persona. It kind of doesn't tie together. Me and my friends were discussing this last night and it's very strange. This means both Lyra and Tiff are going towards the semi-finals on different sides of the bracket. Obviously, they need matches. So next week on NXT, we are going to have Jacy Jayne versus Roxanne Perez and Fallon Henley versus Cora Jade. And like I said yesterday, I do genuinely think Cora Jade's going to walk away with the belt here. I feel like they've been holding off for a while just because they feel she might get called to the main roster. Well, that didn't happen. So now's about time to give her a belt. Now we're going to talk about a mysterious character that's shown up on NXT. Nikita Lyons, Wendy Chu, and Sol Ruka. What have they all got in common? They all got taken out in the parking lot of the WWE Performance Center. It's no secret that any parking lot that is to do with NXT is not a safe place. We've seen Roddy Strong even be taken out there. Well, on last night's NXT, we might have seen a storyline start off this. There was Mysterious Vignette, which had a big screen, which also included Sol Ruka, Nikita Lyons, and Wendy Chu, and their respective injury spots. And there was a hooded figure watching them all. It almost feels like what happened when Retribution were coming along, but then it also feels like what Mustafa Ali was doing prior to Retribution, where he was doing the hacker gimmick. But every time it seemed to fail, so I'm really scared that this is going to be another fail. I've been trying to think who it could possibly be. Obviously, it could be a brand new wrestler, or it could be someone coming from main roster back down. But it'd be very interesting to see who this turns out to be, whether it is a new wrestler or whether it is someone we haven't thought about for quite a while. Now we're going to talk about the legend that is Savio Vega. Savio returned to WWE this past weekend at Backlash, where he came out and helped Bad Bunny score a win against Damian Priest. And Savio Vega spoke about how that all came to be. Speaking to Cultaholics Tom Campbell, Vega revealed how his WWE return came. He says, "They got in contact with me because this is the mastermind of Damian Priest and Bad Bunny. They're both fans of me, and I discovered that when I went to the farewell of The Undertaker. I saw Damian Priest there and I went to him, 'Hey man, how you doing? I want to take a picture with you.' He said, 'No, I want to take a picture with you.'" It's really nice that Savio Vega wants to take a picture with the younger talent. So I talked to him a little bit more. We don't talk too much, but we keep in touch by phone. This was them, more Damian Priest. And after the match between Bad Bunny and Damian Priest was announced, they went and called Savio Vega to come in for the match. Now, it's really nice that people like Savio Vega still get airtime. I mean, if you look back at his time in WWE, he was a favourite. Everybody loves Savio Vega, and obviously he's doing a little bit of work down in MLW right now, and doing really good work and helps out the younger talent. So, like I said before, for him to go and ask younger talent for a picture, that is really wholesome, because this is a guy who paved the way for people like Damian Priest. And finally, an AEW star has suggested himself for a role as a horror movie icon. Now, we all know wrestling and Hollywood goes kind of hand in hand at the moment. I don't know if you know, but John Cena, Batista, and The Rock, they are all former wrestlers. It's a shocker, right? And it almost seems like a safe thing for wrestlers to do, so when they finally can't go in the ring anymore, they have a big money job ahead of them, which you can make a lot more years out of. Now an AEW star has come forward to potentially play a horror movie icon. Wrestling and horror movies kind of go together very well. I mean, we have all seen that absolutely legendary film See No Evil featuring Kane. It's wonderful. And that man went on to be a mayor, so who says doing movies doesn't take it to greener pastures? But on May the 9th, the Jason Voorhees Twitter account went and asked who should pick up the legendary machete next. The AEW star who went and replied to this was none other than the murder hawk Lance Archer, who simply quote tweeted and went and said, "I've got a suggestion." Now, Lance Archer playing Jason Voorhees would not be a bad shout. I mean, Jason doesn't do much talking, it's just simply you don a mask, you walk around, and you do a bit of the stabby. I'm pretty sure Lance Archer could go around doing that. So filling the time doing horror movie roles where it takes a couple of weeks to film, then he can come back. Fantastic idea. Some extra work in big films as well. Could really go a long way for him. But if you're missing Archer, like I know a few are, you'll find him over in New Japan right now, where he's taking part in the United States title tournament. He's currently in the finals of the tournament, and at New Japan Pro Wrestling Resurgence on May the 21st, Will Ospreay will be taking on Tanahashi, and the winner of that will go ahead and face Lance Archer at Dominion on June the 4th. So good luck to Lance Archer with that, and hopefully they come and let you do a little bit of that stabby in some horror movies. And that'll do it for the news today. Unfortunately, there'll be no video later on today because it is a busy day personally for your boy. If you would like to keep in contact, and we'll post some news if and when it comes out, you can follow the new Twitter account for the main event. I will put the link in the description. Remember to hit the like button and leave a comment what you think about the news, and remember to hit the subscribe button if you haven't. Like I said, we're trying to push for 1,000 subscribers, so thank you very much for joining us. I've been Toby King, and I'll see you in the main event.